What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Thanks for being here with me. Hope your week's off to a good start. Let's look at this Tuesday. We're going to see on Mars Day, Tuesday, the moon meet with Mars in Cancer. Now, moon loves to be here, dignified in Cancer. Mars, fall position, doesn't really want to be here in Cancer, and they're both going to square Chiron. Mars is building up to the exact square, and Chiron did just move to 17 degrees of Aries, where it will meet with Mars at 17 Cancer for that exact square. But today's kind of a build-up. It's an emotional, vulnerable place. We're trying to figure out how to initiate. We're trying to figure out how to take power. Trying to figure out our identities, a deeper sense of self. And there can be a lot of things that, a lot of vulnerabilities just have to kind of come to the surface. We can't kind of like hide from certain sensitivities right now. That's Saturn and, Pisces too. Like we have to own up to things that we're sensitive for, these emotions. We have to kind of unlock certain codes right now that are sensitive. So it is a very sensitive day. There can be some sensitive emotions flying around. People can be a little fired up emotionally, especially in terms of their sense of self. I feel like we're all going through a big identity healing right now. Um, it's definitely not super comfortable when I think that this moon in Cancer really does just want to like curl up in a blanket and find some comfort and chill out. But Mars is here kind of egging us on. We have to kind of embrace our vulnerabilities to unlock a great potential and to unlock a great potential of value. Now, the moon's also going to make great aspects over to Mercury retrograde, which now came off the stationary degree of 15. It's going to be at 14 degrees today. It's going to make a nice sextile to that, and it's going to finish off the day with a sextile to Uranus, which I think can all feel really good if we're finding our self-empowerment and feeling confident through the emotions. I feel like it's a tidal wave type of day, and it can almost be like emotions a little volcanic right now. It's bringing in intensity. And I think we're trying to find passion and liberation through our feelings. We have to be able to communicate. We have to be able to understand why we're feeling certain ways so that we can break out, to have that sort of breakout moment. Saturn's coming to 5 degrees of Pisces. The sun's finishing its sextile to Saturn. I mean, this is great energy when I think you can kind of put your focus on something and stay on it. Now, what is it with Saturn and Pisces? What can we really emotionally commit to? What can we spiritually commit to? And how can we find that deeper sense of value in a day where it can be emotionally stirred up or aggressive? And with squares to Chiron, it's very much dealing with with insecurities. So it's through insecurities that I think we learn so much about ourselves and how to responsibly handle situations. So much of it comes back to understanding the deeper levels of ourselves so that we can really embrace our confidence. But it might not feel that way. Today could bring in an uncomfortable, level to where we're like feeling as if safety or security or comfort couldn't be further away. But all it takes is the action. All it takes is the initiating effort that we can put into life to have more and to embrace our vulnerabilities, to embrace our wounds as healing agents, healing lessons, which are accelerating us towards more confidence, more value, more creative potential, a better, deeper understanding of ourselves. I think a lot of this is like, it's such an inner, really like self, place. It's like some of our deepest insecurities that we can keep, a tight shell over are coming out. And you know what? There's a lot of beauty in that. So no matter how today goes, if there is some kind of anger, if there is some kind of, tears, if there is some kind of a vulnerability, I think we need to embrace that we're human, That's very Chiron. That we're all human, and our ego, in a sense of how we throw this projector out from our eyes of what the world looks like, is going through a transformation, because internally we're all going through that transformation and finding more value and stability within. So, everything's a great lesson right now for learning our own triggers, how we can trigger ourselves, and hopefully giving us the tools necessary to understand patterns, to be, really understanding pattern recognition, to make, really almost enlightened change, really healed change, and really initiate a confidence that maybe, and this, I feel like that confidence comes later this week, but we need to feel safe in our insecurities and in our wounds and know that everybody has them. That's where we're all so similar. We all have a Chiron somewhere. So yeah, there's a deep understanding of ourselves that's going on right now, and our capacities in life. What are our capacities? And how do we limit ourselves? By maybe being afraid of our own power, being afraid of our own expression, of our own feelings. So I think today's a big, it's a big important day to really embrace every feeling, every emotion, no matter how sensitive it might be, so that we can learn from it and act responsibly from a healed place, to understand different perspectives and different routes, and be curious for harmony, be curious for value and growth. Gosh. Mars in Cancer square Aries. Chiron is just like poor Mars. Everybody, give Mars a hug. Or even just your own ego within yourself. Like, give yourself a hug. A lot of this is self-nurturing too. Being able to self-nurture, heal. And, a lot of it will get projected onto, outside sources as well. But I think the really healed ones are learning to love who they are on a more compassionate level, but a more like grounded level, and ready to like put effort into how to heal that sense of themselves that is that deep sensitive spot in our lives. Let's see what the tarot gives us for this Tuesday. Four of Coins in reverse. Learning to let go of situations, I think, is important. Maybe where we're holding on too tight is an issue right now. And is it really of value? And does it really let us express, or is it like a false sense of safety or security? Why do we get that? Six of Wands. Healing is victory. So I think no matter what, these next couple days are a victory. Even if they're emotionally intense, or even if they're kind of forcing us out of our comfort zone to achieve this victory, the victory's there. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Maybe it's not about like just starting completely over either. Maybe it's about like really paying attention to where our passions are. And if they are exciting, and if they do feel like they're sparking something, so maybe we're finding out where the spark is so that we can come to that victory. And maybe today kind of feels like there's no spark or no initiation forward, because maybe it feels like it's going back into situations that are vulnerable. I think we got to heal those, and it's about pattern recognition, like I mentioned, and there are new beginnings. And it's definitely a day to remember that you always have the opportunity to start anything you want. But maybe today's more about an inner understanding of the healing that needs to take place before that passionate adventure can go. I do feel like the four coins in reverse is like gotta kind of push ourselves out of that comfort zone too. So, hope this was helpful. Hope you have a great day. A lot of Chiron, definitely vulnerable, can bring up wounds. It's emotional stuff today too. So, wishing you all the best. It can be an extremely healing day and teach you a lot about yourself. And I think that's the goal here is we're learning a lot about our ego and how to use it in a healed manner for where the journey is heading. So, love you all very much. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Much love. Peace.